Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Wednesday morning weather hazard briefing for Southeast Idaho. Looking at the key points for this forecast period, we are expecting some patchy dense fog from Pocatello into the southeast mountains this morning. And then as we work our way out into this afternoon and tonight, we see our first storm system arriving, which will push through the region tonight through Friday. Initially, we're going to see a mix of rain and snow in the mountains, and then a transition to all snow even down here in the valleys by late Thursday afternoon. Gusty winds will also accompany the storm system through the region on Thursday. And then the second segment of the storm will push through the region on Friday, and we should see all snow at that part. Temperature should be cooled enough at that point. The active weather pattern continues with a second system arriving Saturday night and continuing into Sunday. And we may even see possibly a third storm system next Tuesday. Looking at satellite imagery this morning, we see some mid and upper level clouds kind of streaming into southern Idaho this morning. The storm system that we'll be talking about here in a minute is still setting up off the northwest coast here. Looking at our weather risk matrix of doom, not much going on today other than the morning fog that I mentioned here previously. We will begin to see precipitation beginning to enter into the west portion of our area late this afternoon. We do have a moderate impact showing up here in the Sawtooth regions as we begin to accumulate some snow at the higher elevations there this evening. A lot of that activity continues into the day on Thursday, where we'll see a rain and snow mix down in the valley locations, and then a transition to all snow in all locations by late Thursday afternoon. We will see, like I said, accumulating snow in the central mountains and Island Park region where we have a winter weather advisory out. We'll cover that here in a second. The second segment of the storm moves into the region here on Friday. Looks like it may be some impacts down here in the Snake River Plain, eastern Magic Valley, and then the southeast Highlands. And then looks like we catch a break for Saturday with the leading edge of the next storm working in Saturday night into Sunday. High temperatures today, fairly mild, looking at readings in the upper Snake Plain and the lower 40s, and then warming to around the mid to upper 40s in the eastern Magic Valley. If you're up into the central mountains and eastern Highlands, generally in the low to mid 40s. As I mentioned, we'll see that leading edge of that storm system working into the central mountains late this evening, where we'll start to see accumulating snowfall, generally above 6,500 to 7,000 feet. You can see we have Stanley listed here with 0 snowfall. So I'm expecting with the snow levels running upwards of 7,000 feet that it'll probably see just rain down there in the valley, or maybe a rain-snow mix. Accumulations here generally running 2 to 4 inches, and we'll see that increase as we work through the day on Thursday and spreading over into the eastern Highlands, where we have winter weather advisory here for the central mountains, and that begins this evening at 6 p.m. and continues until about noon tomorrow. And then as far as the Island Park region, that particular segment begins after midnight tonight and continues through Thursday evening. As I mentioned, these are the areas here for that winter weather advisory. And in addition to the snow, we are expecting some gusty winds on Thursday here. We're seeing wind gusts of 30 to 45 miles per hour throughout the Snake River Plain. High temperatures on Friday, you'll see a noticeably cooler with readings here in the Snake River Plain in the low to mid 30s. And if you get up into the central mountains, generally in the 20s, and similar readings here across the eastern Highlands. As we mentioned, that second segment of that storm system pushing through the region on Friday, late Thursday night Friday, we will see some accumulations here, maybe even a snake convergence event pushing down the valley here, which is the reason for some of the maybe elevated accumulations here in the Snake River Plain and maybe even the eastern part of the eastern Magic Valley, where we could see 1 to 3 inches here along the interstate corridor. You get into the southeast Highlands and the accumulations start bumping up a little higher. Not quite advisory at this point, but something to watch. Okay. In summary, we do have some patchy dense fog ongoing this morning. Probably see that burn off by 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. Our first storm system arrives tonight. It'll be pushing into the Central Mountains and sweeping across the remainder of southeast Idaho late tonight and Friday. Initially, we're going to see a mix of rain and snow tonight, and then a transition to all snow late Thursday afternoon. As the system kind of winds down, takes a breather. We will see gusty winds on Thursday afternoon, particularly. And then the second segment of the storm arrives on Friday. Temperatures cool enough to support all snow throughout that time frame. The active weather pattern continues as we work our way into the week, with the second storm system arriving Saturday night and Sunday, and then possibly a third event arriving next Tuesday. That's all I had for you this morning. If you had any comments, questions, or concerns, you can reach out to us on any one of these avenues here listed on the screen. Thank you.